About the games happened on the 5th, and for a lot of leagues, the playoff might start this week. This one is important. If you have guys out, for example, over the weekend, Josh Giddey is going to be out multiple weeks. If you don't have an IR, he's 100% a drop. If you have an IR, you could put him in there. If you don't, guys like that, Paul George, Anthony Davis, your playoff stars, you cannot afford to have an empty spot, and these guys, they're not really close anyways. Okay, let's talk about the first game on Sunday. Brooklyn Nets lost to the Celtics 120-126. The Celtics, they be on a roll. They're 8-2 in the last 10, and I think they're looking good. They are going to be top 4, top 5 in that range. Top of the East is really competitive, while the Nets, the 9th seed, 11 games behind the Heat. There is no way they're gonna make the 6th seed unless they win the rest of their games. They play 65 games so far, so they got 17 games. They have five and a half games to catch. They're 5.5 games behind the Cleveland Cavaliers, so there's almost no way for them to catch up, to be honest, unless they won all their games, which is not gonna happen. Kyrie still cannot play at home, so KD has to carry the load, and I don't think nobody's good enough to carry this Nets team, and they still without Ben Simmons, so they're gonna be in the play. They're gonna play the Heat and Sixers in the first round. This is what it looks like. I mean, even somehow they got to the 6th seed, they're gonna have to play the Bucks in the first round anyways. So it's be a very tough road. But KD, second game back, great, no worries. 6 rebounds, 8 assists, a steal and 2 blocks, 37 points, great efficiencies everywhere and hit 4 threes, just good stuff from KD. Bruce Brown continued his very strong play, 16 points. And if you stream him this week, I think we could all drop him. The Nets got 3 games. I don't think he's a must roster. If he's only gonna play 3 games, they got a back-to-back. You could stream him. Otherwise, leave him out there. Andre Drummond with KD back only gets 60 minutes. Against Robert Williams too, he only gets 16. So he's not the guy that would get 25 to 30 minutes every single night. Around 20 minutes. But if he ain't certain team build, you could still have him. If you're pounding points, threes, and free throws, he's providing the peripheral stats. Seth Curry played just 28 minutes. Goran Dragic got 22. Patty Mills now only 13. So have to recalibrate on Patty Mills. If you got him, you gotta drop him. Right, it's not guaranteed he's gonna get the minutes. Not that everybody's back, especially when Kyrie's playing. When it's not a home game, Kyrie. Speaking of Kyrie, 8 for 18, only went to the free throw line one time, 19 points. Still put up a great line, but couldn't get the win because he's going back to Boston, quote unquote revenge game. Really couldn't get it going. LaMarcus Aldridge got 23 minutes, not really fantasy relevant, although he put up a decent line, and Nicholas Claxton. So they got 3 centers right now. They all kind of splitting the minutes, so nobody's a must roster. Nobody's getting consistent 25 minutes. And then look at the Celtics. Robert Williams, what a game! 10 points, 8 rebounds, 2 steals, and 5 blocks. 37 minutes. My God, this guy is just a beast. And Al Horford has been putting up great numbers. Just hold on to him. 4 personal fouls. Otherwise, he would have played a few more minutes, I feel like. 13 points, 7 rebounds, 4, hit 3 threes, a steal and a block, good stuff. And Jason Tatum, with Jaylen Brown back, he put up 54 points, 8 threes. My God, what a game from Jason Tatum as well. And Jaylen Brown first game back, they all played well versus the Nets, to be honest. And Marcus Smart, 14 points, 9 assists, and a steal. The whole Celtics starting 5, they all play well. And in terms of fantasy, Derek White, we have to think about dropping him. 20 minutes, 6 points, 3 rebounds, and nothing else. 4 from the free throw line is okay. But with everybody playing healthy, this game he just gets 20. Sometimes he gets 25, yes. With Jaylen Brown out, he played just 26, 27. So he's just coming off the bench playing minimum minutes, and I think we could let him go. If the Celtics don't have a good schedule, for sure I'll be okay moving on from him. And I think with him, let me just see the Celtics. Yeah, if Celtics got a 3-game week, he is 100% a drop. But if they got 4 games, we could think about using him if you need some defensive stats. Celtics, yeah, they got 3 games. They don't have a game Monday, Tuesday. So, hey, if you want to start off the week early with the dropping him, you could maybe stream possibly 5 or 6 games using that spot instead of just White's 3 games. All right, let's go to the next game. The Phoenix Suns, they made it close. They were actually up a lot, but the Bucks came back, 122-132. They actually covered the points. The Milwaukee Bucks, they were the 9.5 favorite, but the Suns, even without their 2 best players, still put up a pretty good fight. Cameron Payne, 23 points, 8 assists. Yeah, really good stuff from Cameron Payne. I think he's gonna average 7-8 assists. 22 points he's not gonna average 23 points when Devin Booker comes back, but 15-16 is very, very, very realistic, and it's a must roster as long as Chris Paul is out. And who knows, is Chris Paul going to be back before the regular season? We got like 17 games left. So if you got CP3, you don't have an IR, 100% a drop. Mikal Bridges, 14 points, 6 assists, and a steal with 2 threes. Okay. This game, Cam Johnson is also out. Cam Johnson needs to be rostered as well. So we'll monitor his situation next game. If he got dropped and he plays, he's a must roster. He's going to average over 3 threes a game, playing 30 minutes. Jay Crowder also got a usage bump, 4 threes, 19 points, good stuff. He also needs to be rostered with all the guys out. Landry Shamet, if you need threes, if you need to stream threes, sure. But if Cameron Johnson is back, I don't think he's going to play 34 minutes. And DeAndre Ayton finally has a good game, 30 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal. But the thing with Ayton is, sure, like the rebound and the field goal is pretty consistent, but not enough blocks. I think that's a big thing for him. He needs to be averaging over 1.5 blocks a game. So far, he's nowhere close getting the block numbers. And for the Bucks, Giannis kind of took a back seat this game, 19 points. But the defensive stats is there. Chris Middleton went off, 44 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal. And with him going off, Jrue Holiday also, my God, 4 steals and a block, 9 assists, 24 points. Just great numbers from Jrue as well. Bobby Portis played okay. He's still a hold, 9 points and 6 rebounds in 32 minutes. Grayson Allen, if you need threes, sure. The Milwaukee Bucks, let's see. The Bucks got 3 games, but hey, you can pick up Grayson Allen for that back-to-back Tuesday and Wednesday, and then drop him and continue streaming that spot. If you got unlimited acquisitions, you gotta be real active. If you have a limited amount of acquisition, then you really got to think about how you manage your how to maximize your the number of games you play. But hey, for the Bucks, they got a back-to-back coming up. Jordan Nwora also, we could think about streaming him for a little bit points and threes. But Grayson Allen, we know he's gonna give us threes with okay efficiency. Only took 5 shots, actually made 2 threes. All right, let's go to the next game. The Indiana Pacers, the 2 bad teams. And this is the debut for Kristaps Porzingis as a Wizard. They got the win. They scored 133 points, actually. 122. And then Pacers scored 123. Buddy Hield, ever since the trade, he's been great. 19 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, and only 2 threes, but still great. O'Shea Brissett I don't think he's a must roster. Had 4 fouls. Wow, Isaiah Jackson. We know what this man can do. In 7 minutes, he had 2 block shots, 5 rebounds, 4 being offensive, but 4 fouls. So this is going to be a regular occurrence with him. He's just gonna foul a lot, and if he's in foul trouble, Jalen Smith, Jalen Smith to get a few extra minutes. 7 for 9, 15 points and a block. But I prefer Isaiah Jackson in category leagues because he provides so many defensive stats. For Malcolm Brogdon, 27 points, 11 for 13 from the free throw line is pretty huge. And Tyrese Halliburton, with Brogdon back, the usage is down quite a bit, but still put up 15 points, 3 steals, 11 assists, and 7 rebounds. He's just going to be a fantasy beast in the years to come. And Jalen Smith, I don't hate streaming him, and Gogo Badazi played 23, but I think if Isaiah Jackson played 25, Jalen Smith would play maybe 25 minutes as well, but Gogo Badazi will get like 5 minutes. He only plays if Isaiah Jackson is in foul trouble. But the Pacers, they don't have a good schedule, unfortunately. They have a game on Tuesday, and then they have a back-to-back Saturday and Sunday. So they only have 1 game in the first 5 days. If you got a Pacer guy, you should probably stream that spot. And then for the Washington Wizards, KCP keep it going, 19 points, 3 threes, 5 assists, and a steal. Kyle Kuzma playing well alongside Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis only played 21 minutes, also put up a huge line. Yeah, I expect Porzingis to put up some great numbers toward the end of the season. But just, I think he's going to rest on back-to-backs, and the minutes is also not. They have a back-to-back Friday, Saturday. I do expect him to miss a game. So that's the issue with him. And the fact that he played, they don't have a they don't have a game Monday or Tuesday. It's probably better to put him in the IR for Sunday and stream that spot Monday, Tuesday, and then get him out there on Wednesday. And who knows, he's gonna miss a game on Friday or Saturday as well. But that's Kristaps Porzingis for you. Whenever he plays, he put up. This is a good line. Kuzma also eight assists. Man, the man's just being. He had like 7 or 8 assists as well last game. He had 8 assists here, 1 steal, and 2 blocks. Other than the free throws, I think he's just all the other numbers are really, really good. Ron Neto left the game, so Ish Smith might get extra few minutes in the upcoming 3 games if Ron Neto is out. So we could stream Ish Smith for some assist. And Danny Advia got 30 minutes, but it's just a little bit. His minutes is a little bit inconsistent. We cannot trust this guy to get consistent 30 minutes. So I'm okay not streaming him. And Daniel Gafford, with Kristaps Porzingis back, Daniel Gafford is now going to play huge minutes. Had 10 points, no defensive stats, and I think I'll be okay moving on from him as well. All right, let's go to the next game. The Memphis Grizzlies and Houston Rockets. The Grizzlies. My God, speaking of foul trouble, JJJ played 13 minutes. Isaiah Jackson had 4 fouls in 7 minutes. JJJ had 13, and one of the big reasons that they struggled, because their second best player only played 13 minutes. But had a steal and a block, 8 points. But, do we expect Jaren Jackson Jr. to bounce back? Steven Adams, as a result, got a few extra minutes, and he had a huge game. 5 for 9 from the free throw line. Free throw is a huge issue with Adams. But rebound, if he's looking for rebound and don't care about the free throws, he's a must roster. Desmond Bane had a huge game as well. 4 threes. And where is Dylan Brooks? Do you play like 2 weeks? And those 2 weeks, he put up great numbers. But Desmond Bane definitely enjoyed this season. Breakout season. 2 steals and a block, 4 threes, 28 points. And Ja Morant, no threes, 8 for 8, 22 points, 6 assists, 2 steals. Not the best game from Ja. And it's hard for him to do it every night, right? He's been averaging like over 30 points a game, a lot of usage. But it's still surprising they lost to the Rockets. DeAnthony Melton got a few extra minutes today, 25 minutes, but the next game he could very well go back to 16, 17. Unless they got a good schedule, which I don't think they do this week. They only have a 3-game week, so I will not be streaming DeAnthony Melton. Maybe toward the end of the week, where they have a game on Friday and Sunday, but I would not streaming him now because Monday to Thursday they only got 1 game. Tyus Jones coming, had 6 assists, 2 steals, and 9 points. As long as Ja Morant is healthy, I don't think he's really relevant. And Brandon Clark, because Jaren Jackson Jr. is in foul trouble, he also got a few extra minutes, but can't really trust it. For the Rockets, Eric Gordon. Well, the Rockets got a full game week this week, so a lot of guys we could stream. Jalen Green, 100% needs to be rostered. Kevin Porter Jr. had a huge game. Sure, you could also stream him this week if you're looking for some counting stats, but just know the field goal, the free throw, and your turnover are going to take a big hit. But if you love the assist, that's really it. The assist. I don't think he's going to score 29 points again this week and hit 4 threes. It doesn't happen that often. Christian Wood also went off, 28 points, 13 rebounds, 8 for 11 from the free throw line. Jason Tate is a guy that we could stream. Garrison Matthews is a guy we could stream because Eric Gordon is going to miss back-to-backs. If you want threes, sure. And Emperor Shangun we could stream as well. They got a 4-game week. Depend on what category you need. And some of those older guys might get a rest, right? Like Eric Gordon may not play back-to-back. So some of the guys might get some extra minutes, especially Garrison Matthews, I think, and Shangun. All right, let's go to the next game. The Utah Jazz beat the Oklahoma City Thunder 116-103. This game, Bogdanovic absolutely went off, hit 11 threes, 35. That's huge, right? But outside of points and threes, obviously shot the ball really well this game. He didn't really provide anything else. and the Jazz had 4 games. So Bogdanovic probably rostered already. If you need points and threes this week, you need to pick up Jordan Clarkson and drop him Saturday and pick up another guy on Sunday. So that's a lot of games this week. Donovan Mitchell played okay. 2 for 4 from the free throw line is not ideal, but 24 points, 10 assists. A lot of them went to Bogdanovic, and it's still okay. And Trent Forrest with Mike Conley out. Mike Conley's going to be out another Friday and Saturday. He's gonna sit out another game. So just be prepared for that. Rudy Gobert 12, 17, and a block. I do expect when you play the Rockets, especially with Kevin Porter Jr. and Jalen Green, you should be getting more defensive stats. But as a team, they only got 4 steals and 4 blocks. That is surprising. But Jordan Clarkson needs to be picked up this week, the 4-game week. And Royce O'Neal, forgot to mention him, hit 3 threes, 2 steals and a block 3. It's just a little bit everything. He also can be picked up, especially if you're looking for some defensive stats, some threes, some rebounds, some assists. He's a guy that could give you a little bit everything. And Hassan Whiteside too, if you're looking for blocks, right? He's going to give you 1.5 blocks a game. He's not going to give you anything else though, but the blocks will be there. All right, let's look at the Oklahoma City Thunder. Same day, Oklahoma City Thunder, they don't have 3 games this week. So after Tuesday and Wednesday is back-to-back, we might need to be thinking about what guys we might want to drop. Maybe Darius Bazley, maybe Trey Mann, maybe Pokusevski, maybe Isaiah Roby, because they may not have the productions that we want. Aaron Wiggins, all those guys, who knows, by the end of the week, Lou Dort might be back. So some of the guys who's playing really well right now may not have their playing time by the end of the week. So if you have any of those Oklahoma City Thunder guys, you want to have them Tuesday and Wednesday and then drop them, stream the spot, because it's playoffs. Some of these very borderline guys playing just 1 game out of 4 days is gonna hurt you. But this game, they all play well. Pokusevski continues 12 points, 11 rebounds, a steal and a block. A bad field goal, sure. There was Bazley, 1 steal and 3 blocks. That's huge. He's been playing really well. And Josh Giddey, with first half it was Shea out, and now Josh Giddey out. He's really enjoying his time. Now this game he started at the center. Put up good numbers in Shea. What else you want to say about this man? This is what we kind of expect Shea earlier this year, but he really struggled, mainly shooting the basketball. Everything else is really good. 3 steals and a block. The assist, the rebound, everything. It's just the efficiency and the points, a lot of points. It's just the efficiency is not there. But lately, the efficiency is there. Maybe not so much from the free throw line because he's shooting like 75% on 9 attempts. But if the efficiency improves, he will be a top 20 player. I mean, he's already top 25 with really bad efficiency and sky-high turnover rate since the All-Star break. All right, let's go to the next game. The Toronto Raptors, they could not win a game. They could not win a game without OG Anunoby and Fred VanVleet. They lost to Cavaliers 96-104, but hey, Cavaliers is a good team. Gary Trent Jr., 2 threes, 19 points, and 2 steals. I mean, all these guys are getting so many defensive stats. You see how many steals? They got 13 steals this game as a team. Chris Boucher, we gotta stream him. The Toronto Raptors got 3 games. From Wednesday to Saturday, they got 3 games. So basically Monday, Tuesday, nobody, right? So you could ideally, right? If you plan early, if Chris Boucher is out there on the waiver wire, you want to stream somebody Monday, Tuesday, and then immediately pick him up Wednesdays and stream him till Saturday. But like some of the other guys, not really big fan. Precious Achiuwa, they just had their 5-game week. I don't think he's gonna do much, to be honest. Cam Burridge, not really. Siakam struggled with his efficiency, 7 for 13 from the free throw line as well. But 24 points is still in a block, 4 rebound and 4 assists is alright, but the efficiency is a major concern this here. Scotty Barnes, with all the guys out, really enjoying himself. 3 for 6 from the free throw line as well, but 12 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals, 19 points is all pretty huge. And they just have their 5-game week. So if you got Scotty, Gary Trent, Pascal Siakam, they all give it their all. They all play 5 games this week. And if you have Fred VanVleet and OG, it really sucks. Just run around time, right? and we don't know when Fred VanVleet. We know OG is gonna be out for another 2 weeks minimum. I'm not too like even when OG comes back, the first couple games he's not gonna play 35 plus. I don't think Nick Nurse is gonna do that to him. There needs to be some conditioning. For the Cavaliers, they also have their own injury. Jerry Allen hurt his finger. He's out indefinitely. What's gonna happen? No idea. Is he gonna do surgery? If he's gonna do surgery, you definitely need to drop him. But what's gonna happen with him? Maybe he plays very soon. If you don't have an IR, I think Allen is a drop. If you got an IR, sure, put him in there because you just don't know how long he's gonna be out. And if you have to guess, it's multiple weeks. Darius Garland, 33 minutes, sure, good stuff. Again, 17 points, 10 assists, and 2 steals, 6 for 6 from the free throw line. Kevin Love need to be picked up. Jared Allen is gonna be out, and he played close to 30 minutes. He's not gonna give you a lot of defensive stats, but points, threes, rebounds, free throws, those 4 categories, he provide huge volume of them. Not so much points, but threes as a power forward, a lot of rebounds and really good free throws, and that's hard to find. Isaiah Okoro not really fantasy relevant. And Mount Mobley, I do expect him to take a step forward as well. Again, 1 for 5 on the free throw line. Free throw is really killing his value. To be honest with you, 1 for 5 again, 17 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 blocks. Those are pretty strong. And Lauri Markkanen need to be picked up as well. Now that Jared Allen is gonna be out for a while. 22 points, 12 rebounds, 3 threes. If you're looking for Lauri Markkanen and Kevin Love, they're kind of similar, right? Points, rebound, threes, and Kevin Love gets to the free throw line a bit more and hit them at a higher clip. Cedi Osman, I don't really trust him. He played 32 minutes, played well, but he hurt us way too many times. I prefer other guys on the Cavaliers before picking him up. And the Cleveland Cavaliers, they do have a 3-game week. They have a back-to-back Friday and Saturday. I think Darius Garland might miss one of those games. Right. All right, let's look at the next game. The New Orleans Pelicans and the Denver Nuggets. This game went overtime. The Pelicans coming really hot, and Jokic said, "Let me take over." To me, by far, we'll talk about him later, but by far the number one. If Harden is healthy, maybe 2 years younger, then maybe Harden could compete with Jokic for that number one spot. Because Harden's game also can do everything. But Jokic, by far the number one player in the years to come, I think. Brandon Ingram played 40 minutes with overtime. Played well, 1 block, really good free throw, 3 threes, good efficiency, 38 points, 9 assists. Across the board, really, really good. Jackson Hayes only played 26 minutes. He's still a hold. The New Orleans Pelicans, they have 4 games this week, so hold on to Jackson Hayes because 4 game coming up, he can give you a lot of blocks and efficiency, field goal efficiency. Valanciunas, 19 points, no defensive stats as always, 14 rebounds with good efficiency. Herbert Jones struggled shooting the ball, 3 for 9, but hey, provided 3 steals. That's good stuff, and 1 3, still a must roster. And CJ McCollum hit 2 threes, 24 points, 9 assists. And on this team, they have a 4-game week, so Jackson Hayes become a must roster, and we could maybe think about streaming Devontae Graham, but he only got 21 minutes. If you need some assistant threes, you could look to him. They do have a back-to-back coming up, so Tuesday and Wednesday stream Devontae Graham, and pick up maybe other guys when the back-to-back is over. For the Denver Nuggets, Aaron Gordon, they all play huge minutes. Will Barton left the game. Denver Nuggets, they have a back-to-back, so they play again tonight. They have another game Thursday and Wednesday. So check Will Barton's status. If not, you gotta let him go. But we could stream some of these guys like Monty Morris. Now they have 3 games in 4 days. In the playoff, that will be valuable. Can give you assists, threes, and a little bit scoring. Brian Forbes. If Will Barton is out, maybe Brian Forbes and Bones Highland, we could look at them. Jeff Green, 3 days in 4 games, 3 games in 4 days. If you looking for some efficiency, some threes, you could look to him. Aaron Gordon, if he's out there on the waiver wire, but he went 10 for 15 from the free throw line. So you just gotta be really careful with your free throw. 28 points is still in 2 blocks, 8 rebounds. Those are all good. Potentially you could stream some of the Denver guys. And Jokic, you cannot stream this guy because he's the number one player. 46 points, 12 rebounds, 11 assists. My God, 72% from the field and 92% from the free throw line, with 3 steals and 4 blocks. Yeah, and hit 3 threes as well. This is well, Prime Harden put up better lines than this probably, but this is still, Jokic is really carrying your team with this level of production. Really scary stuff. All right, let's go to the last game of the night. The New York Knicks and the LA Clippers. Knicks got the win at Clippers. That's great. That's great to see. And Julius Randle, of course, went 4 for 16. Just been horrible. Every single year he started off the season high. By the end of the season, just really low. And next season, guys, don't take him in the second round. 4th, 5th, we can think about taking him because the rebound, the assists, and the points are really hard to find in the later rounds. But the guy just really poor efficiency and no defensive stats. RJ played well as 24 points. RJ has been very strong. Worried about the free throw, but went 7 for 7 here. Mitchell Robinson, 1 steal and 2 block. A must roster, but 0 for 6 from the free throw line is really hurting us. Evan Fournier and Alec Burks. These are two guards that I prefer over Emmanuel Quickley, although Emmanuel Quickley and Cam Reddish both went off. 21 points for Emmanuel Quickley with 10 rebounds, 6 assists. Cam Reddish, that's the thing. If they're playing well their game, they're going to get extra minutes. But I think on most nights, Alec Burks and Evan Fournier will play 30-plus minutes on most nights. And Cam Reddish, I don't think Tom Thibodeau is a big fan of Cam Reddish, so he's not really fantasy relevant. And Emmanuel Quickley is too up and down. The minutes is too up and down. And for the LA Clippers, they got a 4-game week. So if Robert Covington, who only played 18 minutes, is out there on the waiver wire, you can pick him up. 100% pick him up for some defensive stats and threes. In 18 minutes, he had 2 steals and 2 blocks and 2 threes. I don't know. The title just refused to give this man more minutes. Isaiah Hartenstein is also a pickup. They got a 4-game week. If you need blocks, efficiency, and mainly blocks, rebound, and good field goal. Terrence Mann could be streamed. Isaac Zubac could be streamed. Marcus Morris Sr., Batum, they all could be streamed. And this game was a blowout, so Amir Coffey got some extra minutes. Luke Kennard, you could stream him for some threes. So a lot of Clipper guys, their value is borderline. So they have a 4-game week coming up. They have 3 games in... They have 3 games till Friday. They have 3 games from Tuesday to Friday. So if you got a guy that plays on Monday and doesn't play for the next 3 days, you could play him Monday, pick up a Clippers guy, write them out till Friday, and then pick some other guys if you want. Pick up another back-to-back guys on the weekend. So that should be a strategy. And like Zubac, Terrence Mann, Isaiah Hartenstein, Luke Kennard, Robert Covington, all those guys might be out there on the waiver wire. Batum, not a big fan. Marcus Morris Sr., sure, who just had a pretty bad game here as well. And that's it, guys. Good luck in your playoffs, and I'll see you guys later.